general message, a channel reading for you guys. So I'm just going to keep it open to spirit, however spirit wants to speak to us and give us the message. Keep in mind, this is just a general energy reading. It's not personal, so it may or may not resonate with you. Okay. Um, yeah, so just keep that in mind. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and tap into the message and see what it is that spirit wants you guys to know. I feel like this is that energy of transition. You're in one energy in between another phase. You may not know exactly where you're at. You can't really describe your energy where you currently are in this season, but you know, it's best to just go with the flow and just trust and let go and allow. But let's tap further into this energy and see what we got here. Um, I don't know why I just heard the name Katrina. I don't know. Okay, so before I pull some tarot, just going to pull on some energies here. And I ask that the divine, the Most High God, comes through and gives us nothing but divine light, love, and clarity. Anything that is not of the highest good for either of us watching this video, those that are meant to receive a message from this reading, I remove it and I block it right now. I ask that this reading be of divine clarity, bring divine peace and understanding of whatever it is that you may have on your heart and on your mind, and however spirit is speaking to you, to give us that clarity and that insight. Okay. May no weapon formed against you prosper. Let's tap in. Okay, so the carrier of Shiva, supreme goddess, god of fire, carrier of Vishnu. All right, so you have some divine support here. Okay, some of you guys are cutting cords and releasing things out of your life. Some of you guys could be dealing with your shadows. You guys are clearing out some wounds here. And you guys may have been looking for some type of guidance, seeking some type of clarity from your spiritual team. They are providing that for you. They are giving you that clarity that you're asking for. With the god of fire, I'm getting transmutation. Some of you guys, this is your lower chakras. Some of you guys may be hot, like your body is really hot. You sweat a lot right now. And I mean, yeah, it's summer. For some of you, it's hot where you're at. But I feel like where you shouldn't be hot, like your body is hot internally. You feel really warm. You feel really hot. Your body, you might feel like really sensitive to energies. If you touch someone, you might have really warm, like a warm touch. Also, I'm getting, for some of you too, like you guys might be receiving like a lot of lower body aches and pains, like your legs, like burning, aching feelings, your stomach, your solar plexus. Some of you guys may be having some digestive, I wouldn't say issues, but you're having some stuff going on with your digestive system. Some of you guys might have the initials BG. BG might be your initials. But I'm getting like drink lots of water. Drink lots of water, replenish yourself because you're purging out and you're cleansing. You don't want to be dehydrated. But there's a lot of transmutation. There's a lot of rebirth that's happening. You're throwing a lot of old energies into this fire so that you can attract new energies. New energies are coming in, and that's what you're doing. You're preparing. With the supreme goddess, there is divine feminine support around you. Some of you, this could be a passed over loved one, a grandmother, an aunt, a mother, maybe a sister, passed over loved one. That's a feminine energy that's watching over you. For some of you, this could be that you're working with a lot of divine feminine energies. You could be a divine feminine watching for some of you, tapping into your own inner goddess, your own inner divine feminine, whether you're male or female, balancing out your feminine and masculine principles. So you're being carried through this cycle and through this period right now. You have divine support and help as you are overcoming these obstacles. Things are being cut and removed out of your life right now. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say. What else is going on? And I'm going to pull some tarot, but before I do, I just want to tap into the oracle messages first. See what's going on. What's going on? It's a lot of cards that we got working here. Overcoming fear. So you have the support and help again with your spiritual team. Like they're showing you how to overcome something. Best of yogis. Yeah, you guys are surrounded by a lot of, some of you guys might call them ascended masters, whatever you want to call them, high-ranking spiritual guides, high-ranking ancestors, high-ranking angels. These divine forces are surrounding you and protecting you. And it's helping you to overcome not only your fears, but whatever your challenges are. Like the same messages are coming up. Protection, what did I say? And then you have the lion energy here. So this is like letting you know, and he's stepping over this person. So it's like helping you to not only overcome your own shadow and your own ego, but it's also helping you to kind of, I don't want to say step on your enemies, but it's like you're not allowing your ego to have power over you or to rule over you. You're balancing that energy out, but you're also not allowing other people's ego and their shadows to rule you, okay? Whether these are people present in your life, whether these people are that are personally in your life, or these are people from your past, you know, memories and triggers are coming up, or whether these are strangers that are triggering you at this time. Don't take anything personal, but do know that you are being protected from these lower vibrational energies. The three modes. Or mods. Okay. Or modes, my bad. What am I talking about? There are three modes. Alright, so again, this is like a prosperous energy for you. You have a lot of different, some of you guys have a lot of different we all have different gifts, spiritual gifts and stuff like that, or powers, whatever you want to call them. I feel like you have the ability to tap into these three different aspects of yourself. So, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Okay. So, not being bound by your lower vibrational energy. So, with the yellows and the reds, I'm getting the lower chakras. So, you have the power to control these energies. You have power over your lower chakras. And that's what your ancestors or spirit guides are showing you, but they're assisting you. They're not allowing you to fall victim to whatever these your fears are, giving into that, whatever lies that we tell ourselves at times, or lies that others speak over us and things like that. Your spirit guides are helping you navigate and help you to further tap into your abilities to overcome these challenges. Okay, so whenever you watch this is a timeless message. You do have Ganesh here. And this is also another being, a lot of people refer to Ganesh as like a prosperity god, but I recognize Ganesh as a obstacle fighter to help us overcome our obstacles and help us bring abundance and prosperities in all aspects of our being in life. So also another thing I'm noticing is the mountains in the back. Mountains usually represent obstacles. You're given some type of rulership and power over to overcome these energies. Determination, yes. You have the ability to slay these demons. Like nothing that, and there's a reason why I said may no weapon form against you prosper, because some of you guys are being challenged right now by certain things coming at you whenever you watch this. Whether it's in your own mind that you're having these battles, or this is things going around, things in like things going on collectively affecting you as an empath, or things directly in your own environment. So you have the power to slay these demons. You really, like, literally do. You have utilized your spiritual gifts and your spiritual insights with this purple here. It's the third eye chakra. So some of you guys can feel like you're being psychically attacked. You know what I say? Always make sure that you're prepared and ready. Yes, we have spiritual guides that have our back and that protect us, but it's also our job to be diligent and protect ourselves too. Like, we're part of the army, so we got to also be dressed in armor too. We can't just step forth. So make sure that you know what your truth is. That's another thing about being armored up, is what is your truth? What is your true beliefs? and stand in that. So sometimes you do have to defend yourself because you might have people that are talking against. Okay, sorry, I got a call. So you have internal soul. So there's something with love here, divine connection, I feel like, with internal soul. So it could be that you guys have to fight for something in regards to love and relationships here, because there's definitely a divine connection. And I feel like it is something that's already formed. Could be that you're already in a relationship with someone or a connection, or this is fighting for a union. So use, oh, we have conscious entity. So the peacock energy stand out to me. Don't allow, yeah, that's another thing. Some of you guys as a child, someone tried to dim your light. Like you may be like someone that just naturally has these beautiful gifts and you naturally stand out. Peacocks usually are a sign for me of confidence, or a sign of maybe a little bit of ego and pride, little boastful energy, maybe a bit of a bragger on the shadow side. But usually the peacock represents someone that stands out to me and like beauty and attractiveness. Okay, so you as a child had this very dynamic energy, and perhaps maybe somebody has told you to dim that, like to kind of lower your tone, or someone tried to shut this down. And I feel like your inner child is here to remind you to allow that spirit, that true you, stand out in spite of other people, because maybe some of you hid your feathers because you don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable, and your inner child is telling you the hell with that. Like, no, let your true self be known. Let your true self be known. Immovable Himalayas. Okay. Spend some time with your spiritual guides and your ancestors right now. Spend some time meditating in prayer. Um, just stay in the presence of the divine and your spiritual team right now. So you guys might have a spiritual ritual that you guys do, a spiritual practice, especially when you're in the midst of, you're overcoming this mountain here. So stay in that energy, and or maybe put more time into meditation, reflecting. Maybe some of you guys might have kind of slipped off of that a little bit. Maybe you haven't been meditating as much or praying as much, but spirit's telling you to spend some time with yourself. um Another thing too, oh, you got the sage. So yeah, give to your ancestors. Some of you guys may be into ancestral offerings and ancestral money and stuff like that, or go to your guys and tell them what it is that you need assistance and help with. There's something about overcoming an obstacle or some type of challenge or some type of fear, or just telling them and letting them know what it is that you want to release. So we're in this lunar eclipse energy right now, so anything that is coming to light may be something that, not even maybe, whatever is coming to light right now is something that needs to be let go of. And then you have the time of death. So yeah, this is all about transformation. This is all about the ego and the shadow. I feel like all of this is coming up to fruition. Okay, and I feel like it's a long extended energy. Like, a lot of this is not just, you're not just slaying your own demons, but you're slaying that of your generations and things like that. I feel like this is old energy, this is ancient energy, and you're closing and eclipsing these energies out. This is very, very strong energy, and spirit's telling you, saying into, like, what am I saying? When I channel, I be sounding crazy. Time of death. So spirit is telling you and saying and showing you that this is a time to eclipse these big major energies out, these big shadows that gotta go. It's time. Changing bodies. Yeah, because this kind of looks like the Chariot card to me. So this is all about moving forward in a new direction. You're changing, you're becoming a whole new being. So every time you level up, every time you cut cords and release the false aspects of yourself, you make peace with your shadows, you cut ties, you cut cords, you purge out, you cleanse, whatever. You allow yourself to be filled with new energy, new frequencies, and you become lighter and you level up. you step into the next realm, the next dimension, the next chapter, the next season, whatever you want to call it, of your life. And changing bodies represents you doing this. So I see behind this is like an enlightened divine being, and then you have this human energy here. So this represents your flesh, your old self, and this represents your higher self. Your higher self is guiding you. But not only that, the flesh is also divinely aware with this purple drape here. Again, the third eye chakra. So it could be something with the lower chakras in your third eye that stands out. But also, if you look here, it's a battlefield. So the battle is already won. Whatever it is that you're challenged by, whatever your obstacles are, it's already won. And then here's another chariot here. Wombs of misery. So any feminine women, any women out here that may be carrying a lot of trauma in their wounds, bitterness, sadness, depression, having troubles with intimacy with yourself, self-love, intimacy with others, feeling comfortable, feeling like you can't open up to others or trust others safely, trust spirit. If you're having these types of challenges, it could be there's some type of wounding here in the womb. There's multiple ways that you can work on that area. You can send love to it. You can work with some type of crystal. Rose quartz are really good stones for self-love. If you want to really get down to the root of it, you can use the stones and crystals that work with the root chakra, the sacral, the sacral, whatever you want to call it, that center, maybe even the solar plexus, black stones or crystals to eliminate those heavy energies, goddess baths, yoni steams. They have yoni pearls, yoni eggs, whatever you feel guided to do. And you can even just sit a stone or crystal on your wound and just kind of meditate with it, take in the energy, pray, whatever, affirm, send love to that part of you. And it might be an emotional experience for some of you, but spirit's guiding you. You have some type of guide, or your higher self is guiding you through this. Okay. And it's not easy. And for some of you that are not females, you're clearing out of those spaces where there is trauma as well. Bitterness, that heavy energy, the lack of intimacy, those blocks in those areas are being purged out. And it may not be an easy thing. For some women, if you're not on your menstrual, or even if you are, you guys may have like cramping a little more stronger than usual. If you don't get cramps with your menstrual, it could be like you get those. And I feel like that's a part of the process of clearing. Masculine energies you may also feel cramping in your stomach area. Like I said, it's something with the digestive system, and I feel like it's a sign of some type of clearing that's taking place. But yeah, this is what I'm seeing. So let's pull some more cards. All right. This is just a general message. I hope this is helping you guys so far, this message here. Okay, major energies. I'm going to use this major arcana deck. I rarely use this deck, but I really love it. It's a beautiful deck. And here's Shiva again with change. And this is the Tower card on this deck. Okay. So yeah, you're being called to make some changes and what needs to be released and let go of. Then you got a lot of powerful energies. Then you also have Kali here with the Death card. Actually, that's the Hangman, sorry. The Hangman with Yield in this deck. It's called Yield with Miss Kali here. And then you have the Lovers with Love, okay? All right. So, I feel like there's because there's something that Spirit is really getting your attention about, like a tower moment. Something needs to happen because it's showing you what needs to change in your life, or it could be someone close to you that, again, there's something with love here, a divine connection that's here. And Spirit is like pointing this to your attention for a reason, or your person for a reason. If I didn't say this already, you have Shiva twice. And so there's some type of energy that is being destroyed that no longer serves you, and something to like, because this snake here, if I'm not mistaken, with Shiva, the snake represents overcoming a fear or not being afraid of something. So it could also be to transformation and rebirth, could also be kundalini energy. I do get a lot of sexual energy too. But for some of you guys, again, I get strongly like a lot of you guys are releasing some type of trauma, and for some it's sexual trauma. For some of you it's a past relationship or relationships that you are currently clearing out. Could be a present relationship in your life that spirit is saying it's time to cut cords with that. There could be some type of energy that's blocking you guys from receiving love. When I say love, I mean in a universal, unconditional sense, not just romantically, but receiving love from your soul tribe, your family, your friends, um, spirit, loving, keeping you from fully loving yourself for some of you. And it could be just keeping you from attracting a romantic love. So when you're trying to manifest something, if your heart chakra is not open, because for one to attract something that you truly, truly desire and truly want, your heart has to be in a space of openness and meaning receptivity. So if you're asking for something, you got to be in the space to receive it. If you're closed off, how are you going to receive something you're not open for? So spirit's helping you to cut cords with this energy. And with Kali here, she's destroying the ego. You have very powerful energy here with Shiva and Kali. This is destroying the ego. This is destroying anything that does not serve you anymore. And I'm seeing there a lot of red here. Again, this is definitely something to do with the lower chakras. And I'm seeing this, it looks like a moon or a sun behind her, and I feel like this is that lunar eclipse energy. Like this lunar eclipse that we are in is very, very potent and very, very powerful. It's in Capricorn. Capricorn is all about work and discipline. Okay, so this is like some serious work, or this is like you got to buckle down and you really got to close things out. This could be something that has been an ongoing process and you are eclipsing it out. You're finally closing it out. So it could be like this big thing that's coming up. Like, you know how I always say this, like a video game, where when you're in a video game, you're like training on the first level to the second to the third to the whatever. When you get to that last level of the game, it's usually the hardest. But you prepared yourself for this. You're strong enough for this. You are able and capable of defeating it, even though it may seem hard. The battle is already won. You prepared yourself. Spirit has prepared you for this. And you don't have to do this by yourself. Like I said, you have a lot of spiritual help here. Okay, so there's also a choice as well. What are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to stay in the destructive patterns or just allow things to be? Are you going to choose love and choose to be receptive and choose to be open, choose a new energy, choose a new path? um, some of you guys might need to choose yourself. Maybe you guys have been in a toxic relationship and spirit's saying you need to choose yourself. Eight of Swords, yeah. All right. You got the World card. Sorry, no, not the World. Why am I saying the World? Chariot card. Eight of Swords. Three of Wands. Queen of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. All right. So, yeah, Spirit needs you to get out of your head, because Spirit's trying to get you in alignment with where you're supposed to be. And Spirit is trying to align you in a direction that is going to be prosperous for you. And this right here is only going to block you. You got to get out of your own head. You got to get out of that anxiety, because that's not coming from the divine. Lower vibrational thoughts are not from the divine. And rather than ignoring these thoughts, address them, free yourself of them, because no one else is going to be able to free you out of this but you. She's able to free herself, but it's almost like she's refusing to see that, or she's in denial, caught up in this illusion that she's stuck when she's really not. There's no reason. And this sword of truth is right here. It's the truth in front of her. She just allowed herself to see this, take this sword here, and free herself. And for some, the truth may hurt, I heard too. But the Three of Wands here, yes, Spirit is trying to get you in alignment. I feel like for some of you, this has something to do with travel, because you got the Chariot and the Three of Wands. This could be you're being guided to go in a certain direction. Doesn't have to be like literal physical travel, but for some of you this is preparing you to step into the next phase of your life. You got to be ready. Like, you got to be ready for the ship to come in. This person is waiting for his ship. He's waiting. So you got to be in alignment with this, okay? The Chariot card, there's chariots that keep coming up. Chariot might mean something significant to you guys. And I don't know why I heard Erica Badu, the mothership can't save you, so your ass is gonna get left. You have to save yourself. You have help. Again, you have help. But you have to want to be in that position of moving forward. Nobody else can do this for you. This is your free will decision and choice, whether you're going to level up or not. Fortunately, you have help. You have people in your life, perhaps, that are here to help you. But even most importantly, you have the divine and your spiritual team that is pushing you. And your higher self is counting on you, is pulling you through this. Like, you're not doing this by yourself. And it's like, you got to be ready. The ship is about to come in. Like, his back is turned. He doesn't even know it, but this ship is like right behind him, coming in. It's not far. And also another thing too about the wands is that they represent fast moving energy. Fast. 3 of Cups. You got to be centered within your heart. You got to be in the space of receptivity. You have to. And for some of you, I feel like this is some love offers or something, or some admirers or people that are counting on you too. It's not. And then some of you guys have children, or you have people that you're going to come across and you're going to meet that need you. And that's why Spirit wants you to be in position. This could be life purpose for some of you. The 3 of Pentacles, there could be an offer, or this is a spirit guide that's dropping gems for you, dropping signs and synchronicities for you to pay attention to let you know that you're on the right path. There is movement. It may be very steady. That requires patience. But nonetheless, like, Spirit is giving you that insight, and you got to be prepared. You got to be receptive and receiving with this Queen of Cups here, because there is something that's coming. And I feel like with these pink dresses, this represents self-love. I noticed in a few of my tarot cards, there's, I think it's the Ramesses Tarot. There's a lot of references with these pink dresses. And then another oracle deck, I have the Quantum Oracle. There's a woman in a pink dress in that deck too. So there's something with that. And I feel like that's being dressed in self-love. Whether you're male or female, this is being in self-love. You got to choose yourself first. By choosing your purpose and choosing your path is choosing yourself. Work with the rose quartz. The cremation ground, dwelling tantric master. Be courageous. Anything life gives can be an inspiration. Okay. So yeah, you yourself is going to be an inspiration. The cremation ground, I feel like, again, that represents transmutation, that represents transformation, letting go of the old self for rebirth. There's something with tigers too, something with lotuses. Wear your shadows proudly, in a sense that, not in a pity party way, but wear your shadows in a sense of, this is where I came from, and this is where it molded me into this person that I am today. That is going to be your story. But also, like, right now, you still have that right to say, I came from this and that, a painful past, such and such, or I may be in something now, but look how much I've grown, look where I've came from. And sometimes it's not easy to realize that you've grown, or to give yourself that credit, but Spirit's telling you this, because there's some type of transformation that's happening. And be courageous on your journey, because like I said, you're going to be used as a vessel to inspire. People are watching you, whether you realize it or not. You have somebody watching you, or people watching you. Then you have the cosmic map to your true, playful, laughing self. When feeling disheartened, stop and watch a child at play. So yeah, your inner child is like screaming at you and calling at you to release and allow yourself. Some of you guys, if you want to meditate with this yantra, you can screenshot it. You know, maybe meditate, do like an inner child meditation or something with this card. because you guys are naturally happy people. We all are. Naturally, that is our state. High vibration is a natural state of being. Our lower vibrations is also natural, but it's not our true whole self. It's not the full of who we are. We do have to embrace both sides of life, the shadow and light of life and ourselves, in a way that we recognize it and we understand it. You honor it because you recognize it and you understand it and you understand it. Doesn't mean that you honor it in the sense that you dwell in that lower vibrational energy or go back to the shadow side of yourself, or allowing other people to treat you a certain way in their shadows. But you recognize it and you understand it and you understand it because you understand that you need those polarities, and you also recognize it within yourself. So I feel like this has something to do with the inner child. So when you get in that place of feeling depressed, or you get in this Eight of Swords energy where you get anxious, where you get down on yourself or what have you, go into that place where you tap into the inner child and listen to what your inner child is saying when it is free. Because a child is not worried about tomorrow so much. They may be anxious and excited about the future, but they're not worried. They don't sit in a place of worry and fear. They know that something is going to be taken care of. They trust it. Whether they trust in their parents, whether they trust in God, their grandparents, they're not worried. They know that they're going to eat. In some cases, unfortunately, some cases, not every child has that. There could be worries around of survival and things like that. But usually, even with that, children still trust that their parents are the overseer, and there's always going to be a way that's made for them. And that's how you got to look at this, okay? That's how you got to look at this. And there's something with the number 6, and number 6 is the number of love and compassion, okay? You got to be in that place with yourself first and foremost before you can understand and understand others and have that compassion for them. So that was just a quick message. I hope that this helps someone. It was just a little general message reading. Definitely something with the lower chakras. The solar plexus is coming up. The sacral chakra is coming up. Maybe even the root. Ground your energy. Okay, there's multiple ways to ground. Don't be so hard and heavy on yourself. But with this Capricorn energy, tap into it. This Capricorn lunar eclipse, tap into that discipline, that hard work and energy for yourself in an internal level. Don't overwork and stress yourself out externally, okay? If you're tired, honor yourself. If you want to spend time with yourself, honor yourself. If you want to cry, honor yourself. Let it out. Purge it out. For some of you, it's coming out other ways, if you know what I mean. But much love as always. I appreciate you guys. Until the next reading. Peace.